Button has been pushed. There we go. Now we're live. Okay, Lovey, so I'm going to show you. This is what the graph looks like. Us, when we, no, other hand, when we started, where we are. This is where we are. This is where we started. It's off screen. This is where we're going.
Okay. And in how many months? Yeah. What was the time span?
We've been going for 4 months. We've held our floor and now we've got the assets ready. So now people, I mean, I'm not going to make this announcement live. Okay, so we're not live. It's just us on the stream here. Huh? So nobody knows.
What? I was starting for all them folk.
Yeah, it's just us on the stream. So we're not going to let anybody know. But the people
You're
who
joking,
hold
right?
50... don't, not so loud, man. Hi, how are you? So the people who have... Okay, just don't tell anybody. They're going to be able to buy a 50 million Funk NFT, a 100 million Funk NFT, and a 250 million Funk NFT. Don't tell them, but we're also going to give them packs of the same dollar worth that is currently on the crowdfunding website with the dollar equivalency of the pack in Citadel. So don't tell anybody that they're getting like
whoa
3 or 4 times. So what you do is you
huddle, people.
and you just keep it inside, you know.
Okay. It ain't leaking. It ain't leaking from the 5 of us.
Yeah, we're not telling anybody. But
Plus
yeah.
Christy, that's 6.
Yeah.
That's true. But that's true. But she's in the middle of something. She weren't even listening, but there she is. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening.
Plus the 400. I think you'd be upset with me. Not doing it.
Oh goodness, there's people listening to us on Arena Social as well. Okay, so just
just that. Well, just over 400 people do. Yeah.
Okay.
See, I need to answer in front of like 300, 400 folks.
Yeah, so don't tell anybody. But if you've got a funky, yes, I'm so itchy. I've got eczema. Mandy gave me some nice medicine today, but it takes a day or two to kick in. But anyway, so I'm all like screeching the whole time.
You and Lily are both screeching yourself.
Yeah, me and the dog. So I'm going to walk around here because it's just between us 5 on stage, 6, between us 6 on stage.
You know what we say in the South? Just between you, me, and the fence post.
Yeah, the fence post, yeah. So, and the 400 and something people on Arena, and you know the 7 people who are watching us on the other platform. Sorry for starting late. Don't tell anybody. B, why aren't you on stage? I mean, I'm looking around here. Rob, you see any bees? I see a bunch of honeys on stage, but I don't see any bees.
Look, I'm rolling my eyes.
I choose to be excluded out of that.
Oh, you're not a
Andrew,
honey?
if you don't mind.
What do you think that, Rob?
Are you not Andrew's honey?
Yeah, but it's more like a manly thing, you know.
You like his brunny. You're
Like
his
a
brunny.
romance.
Yeah,
Brunny.
And the buy fee. He's the buy fee.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Your manly honey is called money. Very good.
That's funny. He's your money.
Yeah, he's my. I tell him, hey, money.
Hey, money. What up, money?
Money buns.
I've got a picture for B.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know the best way to show it. Is she there?
Yeah, she's in the comments
She's
over
watching.
there. Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see.
Oh,
just
B.
Yeah, hang on,
Yay.
hang on. There you go. Do it again. See?
Aw.
Just B. She's like, oh. Yeah, so we're not telling anybody that people who buy those NFT, I mean, people have no idea. They're so stupid. No, not stupid, ignorant. They're just
Or
ignorant.
you can tell the people what I originally had in the packs and what Andrew added to the packs over time.
Go on. I mean, this is a safe place. You can share your sadness and frustration.
No,
Working
there's
with,
no frustration,
with an-
there's no
I'm
frustration.
like a drunk man in Vegas, man.
Well, I mean, the pack started with like some dry MRE biscuits, you know, like those medical, those military pack foods you get, you know. And Andrew's now turned it into a, cheese and biscuits buffet.
Hence, you
Yeah.
own all the land.
Not only do I own the land, I can create the land. I am the land.
May have tripped and fallen and sent everybody AVAX again. I don't know how this happens. I blame it on Kenneth. I mean, like, how do you explain to people that, say, if you've got 50, I'm going to try again. If you've got 50 million funk, so you work hard, you get to 50 million funk, or 100 million funk, or 250 million funk, you'll get an NFT. And that NFT comes with a pack, which is the crowdfunding pack. And inside that pack is so if it's a 250 million NFT, which costs $2,000 right now. So if you've got a 250 million funk and you buy it for that NFT, you'll get a $5,000 crowdfunding pack. And inside that is also a lot of Citadel at pre-sale, a lot of NFTs, a lot of perks, all sorts of cool things. I see we're looking at Cat's ceiling now. Very nice, made out of wood, varnished. This pretty cat, Meow. Meow. Like, cats poo everywhere. Is that the same for people who like have the name cat? Do you also poo everywhere? No, Mavis.
Well,
I mean, with these people.
Usually cats find a specific place in their garden to go. It's the same with me. I have specific areas where I go. And
Like in the
otherwise I'm
garden.
very controlled. Very controlled.
Oh, no.
I mean, Kat, generally, as is our custom, we would dive into the content and context of this discussion. But I think this one, we just plead the
I
fifth.
think it's better, I think we're safer with pleading the fifth in this on this occasion, Rob. I think we should just keep ourselves, I'm making a cup of tea for B. B and me have a cup of tea.
Are you making me a cup of tea?
I don't know. Do you want a tea? Okay. Well, just because Chrissy bought it, now I have to make her one as well.
You asked me for my chai.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Having a cup of tea with B.
Mrs. Funk is like driving around in a chair all by herself. Man. That's weird.
Look what I got.
Get a room, you two. Behave yourself.
This
Otherwise,
is our room.
Rob is gonna feel like a wham. He's gonna be like, "What about me?"
Just use our room, cat.
I'm okay. I have my own social media platform called X's, so I'm
Oh
okay.
no, behave yourself.
Oh my word.
Listen, the belly has come out, everybody. Yeah, it's all coming out now. It's all
I'm sending him back to his cave.
okay. You sending
Go
him
back
all right.
to your cave.
We'll see you in a minute. It's funny.
You have a lot of faith in me.
There's all that talk about them honeys and them monies.
Well, I do miss my wife. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen her. Yo,
Like 10 minutes.
Minnie.
Like a whole 10 minutes.
Yeah. So last night we were talking about pretty toes and ankles, and the importance of ladies not having toes that look like, and toenails that look like they have a little house made out of cake and stuff in a forest somewhere where they with kids and cook them with
They can't be lanky grippers like Joel calls them.
He shot.
If you were born with lanky grippers, you can't help it.
Oh wait,
No,
wasn't
we're
it
talking about
bee
nails
with-
like hanging over the edge of the
Everyone's
toe.
gonna be like, what blinky grippers?
Listen, Joel
you
has
know-
some lanky grippers.
When your nails get to a certain length, they start twisting. Did you know that?
Yes. Oh,
It's gross.
it's so gross.
How long
It's so
would it
gross.
take me to do that, Mrs. Funk, if I wanted to try this?
Let's ask chat.
Yeah. Let's ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows everything. Yeah,
So
it must
what
take
do we-
some years.
We were talking about, I think, bees' orange toenails, and then I too had orange toenails, but not because, like,
Not because of paint.
Because you
not
kicked
because
the
of paint.
table as you were.
because like I fell
Thanks
asleep.
so
with
much,
my-
Rob, for that lovely thing that I can now focus on while I'm drinking my cup of tea. Thank you for that. That's beautiful.
We should tell him what that lady said about knickknacks.
Oh, cheese.
Let's ruin it for everybody.
Okay, are you ready for the answer? Fingernails or toenails can twist, curve, sometimes sideways, sometimes curling under when they grow irregularly.
Yeah.
This usually develops slowly over months to years, not overnight.
Years.
That's good to know.
It's ruined
It
the
is
streak
just-
of
Yeah, in case anyone thought, oh, lordy.
Yeah, that's not going to work for me because I wear Crocs. So I'll have to go back to sandals if I want to achieve that.
Yeah. Well, the
I
thing
can
with Crocs,
imagine the twill through one of the croc holes.
Potentially. I mean, there is a vision there. There is a vision. You know?
I know.
Oh, dear. How did this
Now
conversation get so far? We went down a hole.
It was
A literal-
Andrew started talking about feet and ankles.
So he always starts the conversation.
well, I mean, I went upstairs and I noted how pretty Amanda's feet were looking. Nice, pretty toes as usual. And then I was like, "Phew, I'm so lucky I don't have one of those chicks who have got like, you know, they let their nails go the way of tree bark, you know, and then you immediately think,
Rough.
you know, do they have like when they cook, you know, do they go eye of bat and wing of newt? I will put Uncle Funk on mute. Hey, there's races only camels.
Listen,
Bye.
General Kev.
General Kev could not handle the conversation. He had to change it in a different direction.
Hey, General Kev.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hello. I missed the last 2 minutes. What were you talking about? It sounded interesting.
Oh, General, you've asked the wrong question. You asked the wrong. Listen, it's toenails and toe holes.
Oh
and
my goodness. Okay.
Cock holes, not toe holes.
As I turned off from Twitter, I heard something about toenail painting. I presume it evolved from that. Okay, yeah.
It evolved, and then we learned that Rob has orange toes, but not because he paints them. Kev, not because he paints them.
Because he
For other
holds
reasons.
his cigarette with his toes.
How does that work then?
Evidently, it's very supple.
Let me see if I can show you the magic here.
Oh no, Lord.
Oh, yes.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
see the film.
What's happening today? Okay.
No.
That's
Crocs with
wear
socks.
socks and tracks because otherwise it's gross.
Oh, now Rev's got his toes. Oh, okay. Oh, it's all the toes and slippers are coming in. Good times. Good
Hail
times.
That is Crocs with socks. It's the next
Yeah, he's got
revolution.
Crocs with socks. Han, where
Is
did
that
you
why
get
your toenails are orange? Because of the Crocs with the socks?
No, that's because I fell asleep with my feet and knickknacks. You know,
See, he smokes his cigarette with his toes and he feeds himself knickknacks with his toes.
And now it's like toe cheese because cheesy knicknacks. It's nice.
Yes, that was-
Good times.
Yeah, there was
Midnight
no flavor
snack.
to knickknacks. The cheese comes from his toes.
Lovely.
I mean, that's like a whole line of products: toe jam, toe cheese. You know.
No wonder you got so many followers, Uncle Funk, on this show because it's all about the toe cheese.
Buddy's like, that's disgusting.
I'm sensing a range of very exclusive NFTs, Gunk. Very
Range of easy toes.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Your choice as a person who supplies the world with Colombian coffee. Have you ever had somebody hey Rafiki, have you ever had one of your clients fall asleep with their feet in the coffee?
In the coffee.
Well, it's
Oh,
from
wait.
Colombia. So
Where
coffee
is
is a
the?
code word there for, it's white coffee.
Powdered variety.
That's General Kev's favorite coffee. Doesn't need water, doesn't need milk, doesn't need your mouth.
It sure knows.
It makes havoc with the sinuses, though.
Makes only beats says this gives new meaning to the funk show. In reference, we weren't saying anybody's feet is stinky. We just, Rob has to keep his feet very clean to be able to eat knickknacks with them.
That's why he wears socks.
With Crocs.
With his Crocs.
With
With
Crocs.
Crocs.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey, let's see your
Bye.
Hello,
How are you doing?
hello, senior choice.
Yeah, they mentioned Colombian coffee. I had to be on the stage. Need to advertise
you
the
come-
product.
You've come to the right place. We are advertising all sorts of things. If you've missed out, so far there's been toe cheese. We've had the adverts of what else did we do? Mandy, what did you advertise? Oh, Funk
The
advertised
twisting
his belly.
toenails.
Toenails Yeah.
My belly.
and tops with socks. So you've come to the right place. Over to your Colombian coffee.
Yeah, I'm
And
doing camel
sniffles.
races.
Yeah. Yeah. Senior choice. He's a Muslim fellow, and nobody takes him seriously because he doesn't have a camel. like nobody. He walks in the street and he says, and they don't even listen to him.
Yeah, that's the sad reality. You know, having a camel in Colombia is complicated. Those animals are expensive. I think that, yeah, General Kev should know about it. Some of those go by millions. It's insane.
Wow.
Millions for a camel.
We was talking to a black Berber native yesterday, and he was explaining that a camel over here costs 500 million Moroccan dirham. And that's why it's so expensive for the tourists to get a ride on the camel.
Wow. That is one
How much
expensive
is-
200 East.
How much is that
How
in
much
US
is that in dollars?
Sarah. 500 million Moroccan dirham.
Is that like $2?
No, no way.
Extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Five million. Okay, the apartment that we're in now is up for sale for 5 million dirham, and that works out at £400,000. So that's about
Whoa. $450,000.
It's a palace.
Wow.
It is a palace. It's a 4-story. It's amazing, this place. It's unbelievable. Over in the UK, for this building, it would cost upwards of £1.5 million. Over here in Morocco, it's amazing, the value. If somebody was investing in property, now's the time to come out here, because it is amazing. It really is.
No, man, you must do it in South Africa. What is that? What is like, dude? In South Africa, you would be able to buy the palace. Everybody who works in the palace, 1,000 wives. For that price.
Well, over here, their buildings aren't just for their close family. It's for the extended family. It's for the daughters, the fathers, the 3 generations.
Yeah.
So, you can imagine the size of this place. I mean, we're only renting the ground floor, and we have everything, including cooking facilities. We've got our own
Are people cooking for you?
Sorry?
Are people cooking for you?
No, we wouldn't do that.
What?
we
Mavis,
cook ourselves.
Get him,
We've
Mavis.
got our own, I mean, the shower room and everything like that has its own built-in massaging hammam areas and everything. It's amazing. It really is. We feel honoured to be out here. Well, I've been here a month, and we go home at the end of the week. So we will be coming back.
Back to mega foggy UK. Smoggy.
Yeah, I've heard the weather's not brilliant, but we've got memories. We'll take them back to the UK. And then it's graft time. I've got plenty of work to do, guys, because...
Yeah, buddy, you come visit us. That's where you go. You come visit us. Yeah.
Me and Corporal Buddykins has been taking plenty of notes, even though we've been on our vacation for the last 3 weeks. We've been trying to keep up to date with everything. We've been posting, creating the odd video here and there. But when I get home, I'm going to be restructuring our network so that we've got a better internet connection, because we work together, we work side by side, so the network's got to be better than what it was when we came out here in Morocco. So I'm going to be doing that. So within a week of us getting back in the UK, it's going to be full steam ahead, guys.
Nice.
Yay.
Good time.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do, man. We got a lot of work. Okay, so do you guys know? I'm not going to share any alpha tonight, except for this. Do you guys know that there's going to be a ring, right? It's called the 1010, where you buy one of those properties for $1,000, and it comes with, wait for it, timeshare, right here in South Africa, on the riverfront.
I did pick up on that. Like I say, I've been taking notes, but I'm going to be going back a month when I get home. I've got a lot of reading to do. I did read about that. It's on the riverfront.
He says, we have to rely on slow giraffes for good Wi-Fi signal. Yes, because that's what those two things on the giraffe's head are. You know, it's Wi-Fi signal
antennas.
Yeah.
6G.
So one camel cost $55.5 million. Is that correct?
There are some that
No, this is what we got told because they're extremely expensive. Extremely expensive.
What do they do? What do they carry? What's their purpose?
Are they made of gold?
Can you?
Well, they're a big bartering thing because apparently you cannot swap your wife for camels out here now.
Maybe they're throwing coffee in their humps.
We got offered. We've had about 6 offers now of swapping camels for Sarah. But I said the funk show is in need, so we can't do it yet.
He's a smoker. He says, I buy a pack of 20 camel for $50.
Can you eat camel, Kev? Like camel steaks, camel.
Sorry?
Can you eat camels? Like, can I have a camel steak?
Oh yeah.
I've never tried one.
You can buy on the market. You can buy a camel's head. Yeah.
No.
Any cut of camel meat. Yeah. I haven't. I don't like the sound of it. Goat. I'll eat goat. And yet, strangely enough,
You'll have to
not
visit
able to
Joey
find goat
before you
out
visit
here.
us. They've got nice goats there.
We've seen herds and herds, hundreds of herds of goats. And I was asking our driver, we've got a driver here that, this is crazy, guys. We went up the mountain yesterday by cable car and we got a taxi. This guy, he comes, picks us up and takes us wherever we want to go. And it took us, it cost us about £4, which is nothing, to go all the way across the other end of the city. And I said, come and pick us up in 2 hours. That'll give us plenty of time to go up the cable car, have a look round, take some pictures of the city from above, come back down. We didn't realise the guy had sat there because we came down about 1.5 hours later and buggered off to a boulangerie, a baker's. Yeah, we decided to go wandering about. Little did we know the guy was sat there waiting for us all that time, and he never charged us a cent more. Literally, this is what the guys are like out there. They will do anything for you. It's amazing. Wow. But obviously, we give our hospitality back in other ways. We love this place. This is the first year we've ever come to Africa, and we will definitely be coming back. South.
Just come a bit further south. Yes, that's what I like to hear.
Much further south. That's where you'll find us. Good time.
All the way south.
Well, one of our team members that is sort of my wing woman, if you like, in the Euro Task Force, actually lives in Durban. So she's
it's just a short 6-hour drive away from us.
That's good. That's good enough.
Depends on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Can be
Mandy, it's like 1.5 hours.
If Mrs. Funk is driving, you'll get there in 4.
No, not if I'm hauling a trailer. Then it's 10 hours.
Well, you should have the sides, and this side we can cook for you. So I see in Morocco you're cooking by yourself and everything. So this side will feed you. We feed
Yeah. Maybe it's a good feeder. Just lose some weight before you come, because she's going to make sure that you eat well when you're here. Be warned. Bring stretchy pants and socks with Crocs.
We worked it well because we went to Marrakesh in April, and in April in Marrakesh it was about 42 to 44 degrees, which was rather hot. Here, while we've been here, we've been about 35, 36 degrees, but it's 48 in Marrakesh. Very hot. So we work that well.
That is baking.
That's too hot for us. We don't like it that hot. No.
Whoever works in Fahrenheit, that's about 50.
What was it
degrees.
in Celsius?
48.
48 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like 100 and something Fahrenheit, not 50.
100 and something. Yeah, it's over 100 degrees.
Yeah. We got to watch the comments too, you bunch of exclusivists.
Heathens.
Be inclusivists.
I can't see the
I
comments.
just saw them up.
I can't see the comments from
Just turned it on my phone.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
who
yeah.
we
So
got?
Rafiki says, go south to where the man speaks
118
Swahili,
degrees
then
Fahrenheit.
go
That's
to
hot.
Morocco, speak Viking Afrikaans.
But it's
You'll know you have reached Paris.
it's
Vrystaat.
there, though. No,
Okay,
it's
so
desert,
earlier,
so
Buddy
it's not
asked, what
bad.
does that
I mean,
mean?
it is bad, but it's-
What's happening? Okay, are we having? Okay, so, so when we were talking about timeshare, so on that on the 1010 ring, when we're talking about timeshare over there, a timeshare means that you can actually book when you want to come for holiday. So let's say you want to book like in South Africa or a visa, you can come for like 3 months, you know. So if you want to book, you want to come hang out for 3 months, then you just book it in. If you want to come hang out for 10 days, you just book it in. That's how timeshare works. Now, traditional timeshare is like usually a weekend dish. Yeah, sometimes it's a holiday. It can be up to 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but
3
with us,
3 days to a week normally.
yeah. So with us, it's a case of, you know, if you've got the booking in and you want to come be a slave for 3 months, come be a slave. You know, help them feed people and you know, build things,
Run
and
camps. Yes.
run camps, and yeah,
Run our school.
run
It would be
schools.
something very similar to the woofing, yeah? Have you heard of woofing?
Woofing.
Where you go, not quacking. No, woofing, it's where you go somewhere and you exchange your sweat equity, if you like, for food and accommodation.
Ah,
It's very big in Europe and UK,
that's
America.
cool. Yeah, we're a bit more luxurious. I mean, you'll eat like a king. You probably won't have to do your own washing. We're pretty cool. There'll be a river right in front of you. You can sleep all day if you want to. We won't be angry at you.
My sleeves go up, mate. My sleeves go up and I dig into anything. I love work. I love cleaning, anything like that.
I imagine there'll be a bit of work and play. We could always do like some safari trips as well included in that, and then there could be, for those who really want to get involved, you can see we do on the ground, and then for those who want to rest, come to rest. It could be like a bit of whatever somebody fancies.
Yeah, you put your feet up, look at the river all day, buddy. How does that sound, buddy? You just like looking at the river, thinking.
Sarah's worried about the EBGBs, the snakes, the spiders, and all the wiggly wigglies.
We're not in
Listen,
Australia.
I haven't seen a spider in months and months and months yet.
No,
have you?
there are spiders, yes.
I haven't
Not
seen
big
one.
ones. Just little baby ones at the moment.
Listen, we've only seen probably 2 snakes in like a couple of years. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll sort you out. Don't you worry.
This is one of the worries that Sarah had when we came out to Morocco, because, you know, when you go into a foreign country, especially a different continent, you don't know what to expect, you know. It doesn't bother me so much. I mean, I used to live in Gibraltar and they have scorpions and such like, and you just got to be aware. As long as you're aware of them, you know, and you don't go hunting under rocks or in rock pools and such like, you know, you're not going to come across them, because 9 times out of 10, they're more afraid of you than you are of them, you know?
They are indeed. But we have a lot of Western types of things this side. So, you know, if you find yourself out this way, you'll feel very comfortable in terms of, you know, you get to wear like in some countries, obviously you have to wear certain clothes, or, you know, you can't make eye contact in certain ways, etc., etc. It's very westernized here. So if you're used to living in the UK, it'll be very normal for you. They have shopping centers and malls where you would think that you were in the UK or America, and then they have parts of it that you can really tell that you are in a country with a lot of need.
Where are you, Kat?
We are in Parys, South Africa, so Free State.
Oh, right,
so
okay.
yeah. So we're all here. Where Uncle Funk is, and well, actually, Rob is not right near us. Rob, where are you?
Johannesburg.
Joburg.
I answered for you, Rob.
Midrand.
Midrand. So we are. So
Sorry,
Kev, we're based about an hour and a half outside of Johannesburg Airport. So we are. So you would fly into Joburg, and then we'd come and get you and bring you back, and you'd have everything taken care of.
It may be, we don't know yet, we haven't planned this far ahead, but we may be down there for other reasons too, because I have family connections down in Durban, South Africa. This is something that we've been looking at for quite a few years now. It's something that we will be working on in Web3 as well, because I have a story to tell, a big story, okay?
Oh.
This has got nothing to do with OSP or Citadel or anything like this. This has got to do with none less than the Titanic disaster.
Were you responsible?
I am a relative of 2 people that went down with the Titanic disaster.
I know those 2 people. Were they the ones that were shooting at Leonardo DiCaprio in that documentary?
No, but what I can tell you is they were the unsung heroes in the boiler room at the bottom of the Titanic.
Oh,
so are they your family members?
So I have made it my mission to be able to document a permanent living memorial for them. They've got memorials in England, you know, the stone statues and everything with the names on. But the way I see it, as my descendants, they sacrificed at the expense of other people.
And you want to honor them.
And without saying too much about my family and my past history, they have the same sort of mindset as I have, okay? Because I sacrifice a hell of a lot for at the expense of other people, okay? Now, the least I can do, and we've found out information even since we've been out here in Morocco, the least we can do is make that a complete, permanent memorial. And I feel the only way we can do that is by putting it on the blockchain. I can build websites on the blockchain that nobody can take down, you know, not even the government. And with the information that I've got, that would be taken down. And I don't want it to be taken down. So that's why that's partly the reason why we're in Web3, so that we have the sovereignty to be able to do that, okay, for the benefit of them. It's my way of showing my respect for my descendants. So yeah, there's a lot more to this story, a hell of a lot more to this story. But we will be building websites and, you know, coming out into the public about this and how my connection, you know, detailing what my connection is with these 2 guys that was in the boiler room that went down with it. And what we've found out in the meantime, it's quite horrific, to be fair, but it's good. My dedication to those 2 guys is paramount. It's got to be done.
Wow.
It's got to be.
Well, it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
It does. All right, so I mean, it does. It makes sense to me. I mean, that empath streak is on display all the time. Everybody can see it with you. We've got 4 minutes left. What we got to do here, because then we're going live on X with the squad. You see everybody loving Kev's story. Good job, sir. Right, so let's quickly. We need to do. Where's in your choice? We need a camel race, and he's gone. Was it a duck race? He's gonna have to come back after the stream, and we gotta have a duck race. Where's that link for the duck race?
If ever I need a jockey for my camels, B's going to be the jockey.
Because we need to give away $10 on the stream today, and I think so. This is what we're going to do, right? So, Mrs. Funk, choose a number between 1 and 10.
7.
Cat, choose an alphabet thingy between A and Z.
K.
K. So Cat, you've chosen K, and Amanda, Mrs. Funk, has chosen 7. All right, everybody on the stream, choose a letter. Are you ready? Choose a letter, and I'm going to tell you how I determined who wins it. So the two that we've got a K and a 7, right? So you got to figure out what K7 equals. The winner, the first person to get it, is going to win $10 Love You Long Time. Sweet $10.
Oh.
What are you thinking? What could K and 7 mean?
AK-47, baby.
I'm watching K and 7. So let's go. Buddy, put a number. No, you've got to put down it's an alphabetical thingy.
Yeah, I did put a number. I don't know. It's counting.
Am I allowed to do this?
There we go. Abu Dazaman Roni, I think you got it. Let's see how it goes. It goes K, H-I-J-K, L-M-N-O-P-Q-U. Yay!
Oh, QR. No, it's QR.
R. Okay.
R.
Let's see you
got it. Robbie
That's because you always laugh at me for counting on my fingers.
Yes.
I can throw my fingers too, Andy. Don't worry.
You guys can judge me now. We've got like 1 minute to give somebody $10, and then you guys all got to jump onto X. Well, you actually have to almost. So nobody got R until Beatrice has got R.
We got R.
But now
That one.
because
Tresses got R earlier.
V-Tresses got R earlier.
Yeah.
Beatrice's. Okay, so here comes your
Beatrice's,
$10.
sorry.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they got R earlier. Yeah.
Okay,
They
so here
should
we
be the
go.
ones.
Here comes $10. Love you long time. Beatrice is about to get $10.
Well done, yes, well done. $10.
Okay, I think I know.
You're going to have to give a 10 to the U as well for that mistake.
Okay, I have to give to Esther Desmond $10 as well. Mandy said she'll replace it for me, so thank you, my love. I felt like we had to, but now I'm poor. So take all my money, okay? There you go.
I think we're supposed to be on Twitter now, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Bye,
lost.
guys.
So are we just going to be like, see you later and just checking out? Okay, fine.
No, you just
Or you
leave
just
here and you
just
turn
leave
it
me
off.
then. Just
2, 1. Over and out.
go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. You're not welcome. Okay, I'm going. Bye. How do I get out of here? I don't know.
Push the buttons.
How do I get out? What button do I push?
Just push the
I
buttons,
cannot
man.
leave.
Oh man, I gotta find X here so I can share it.
No, I'm completely serious. How do I leave? Oh, wait, maybe it's this button.
you also struggling, Malvis? Is that my babies? My 2 little ducklings? Oh, no cutie pies. Hello. Did you two have fun? Where's Ahava? What were you guys doing? Wait, where's my Huggies? Are you getting too cool? Yes, I am very live. Yeah. Hello. You.
When are you going to get our?
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
How many?
Look,
Yeah.
Uncle, look at this Rafiki guy. Rob looks like a Santan boyki. Does he even know where I come from, bro? I don't think he knows, eh? I don't think he knows. Rafiki. Funny sant.
Funny sant. Rafiki fatakiki tra la 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 la. Ni. Okay, love you, my babies.
I think the best way to explain the thing to Rafiki Unk is many people have traveled this journey with me, and I have been the only one that returns.
Yes. Okay, I've got to log in here as Exasperation Shave Your Face. Okay.
Look at D. Runa reposting the stream. Let's go, D. Runa.
Nice, D. Runa. The dot Runa. Let's see, Mr. Fish Brown.
I think I am needing to top up on my caffeine levels.
That sounds good. And I have to share this thing that I'm trying to find here and not have a... how's it possible that I can't find the live thingy so we can listen? There we go. I think I found it. So I'm going to share that, and then me and Rob are going to be quiet in the background. Like, just listening to other people work. I like it.
Yeah.
There we go.
I can get back to owning all the land.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a coffee and stuff, but I will be hanging around.
Cool.
Are we going to jump off the stage to show the stream?
Yeah.
On the stage? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Changing lives daily, building something new. We don't just talk, we quest and play.
Alright, so they're just playing almost impossible to hear music. Let me just switch off our tunes here. Yeah, like spaces are just the worst for music. Okay, let me see here. So I'll be keeping an eye on Arena, and chatting to everybody there on Arena. Let's see here, because I've also got to share the Arena thingy here for all of you to be able to see. And simultaneously not try to irritate myself too much. Hey. Crypto Arena. What are you doing? Okay. Screen share. Senior choice. There you go. There we go.
I love the beats, Joshua. Thank you so much. For those who are not aware, for those that are just coming, that's community-powered theme song. Makes Only Beats makes the best beats. He's got his YouTube channels, and he has so many good songs that you gotta listen to. So appreciate you big time, my man. Thank you for setting up the tone and the vibes for this space. I'm gonna continue with the introductions. So we already had Wabi Sabi. That's a one-of-a-kind nickname. Love it. But I also have an old friend that I haven't catch up with in a long time. It's probably Cody behind the Layer 1X account. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, please honor us with your introduction. Happy to have you here, brother.
It is. It's me. It's Cody. Long time. And gotta say, I have missed you guys so much talking with you, especially you, Sir Choice. And Mr. Console, we caught up a little bit earlier, but yeah, it's great to be back on Spaces again and talking with all you guys about gaming. For those that don't know anything about Layer 1X, basically we are a fully decentralized Layer 1 blockchain that is all about uniting all of Web3. That is our primary ethos. So we've built some pretty innovative technology that allows users to go cross-chain, go multi-chain without the use of those risky, costly bridges. We've got some very unique innovation when it comes to using and leveraging that technology that we call X-Talk, especially when it comes to gaming. So you can play games from one interface, no matter the chain, and be able to pull in all your NFTs without having to move them on chain as well to play them in the game. So lots of cool stuff. I love to hear what all the gaming guys are cooking out there. And again, shout out to Sir Choice and love you, my friend. It's been a long time, seriously. Too long.
For real, in crypto, a few weeks is like years. So I feel you right there. But happy to catch up with you again. Welcome to this space to catch you up to speed. Yeah, I'm working with the Citadel and Operation Safe Place Defense. We are building the metaverse. We're building an awesome game. We have Operation Safe Place Defense, which is already in the Epic Game Store. You can go and wishlist it right now. We also have the alpha. I'm going to be pinning the link is in the top soon so you can go and request alpha access. We also need UX UI experts. So yeah, maybe you need to chat with our team. We got to polish some stuff, but it's looking so good. Building needs an amazing experience. And the most important part is we have a 10% out of the total revenue that either the Citadel platform or the games of our ecosystem generates is always going down to support Operation Safe Place Defense, the NGO down in South Africa. And Tuesdays are for us to honor these beautiful ladies in the panel that are here to tell us a little bit more about it. So we got Mavis, we got Kat, we got Wabi Sabi, and we got the legendary Mrs. Funk. I'm gonna pass them the mic so they can share a little bit more about what the NGO is. I love the way Cat Warrior does it, but if anybody else wants to hop in and catch up to speak the new speakers, the new audience members that are just exploring our ecosystem and don't really know what we're doing down in South Africa, I'm gonna open the mic for you ladies to step in. Not all at the same time,
Anybody want to
please.
say?
Okay. Yeah, there you go, Kat.
No, well, I was very happy for somebody else to step in, but I don't know if anybody wanted to, so I shall step in. So yeah, for any of you who don't know, by the way, Cody, sounds awesome what you guys are doing to bring unity and stuff. That was very exciting. So yes, down in South Africa, we are running Operation Safe Place, and it's an amazing project that changes many lives. We work with children and young people. We run camps to keep them safe in school holidays and weekends when parents can't look after them. We do programs and leadership training and, entrepreneurial skills and teaching them farming skills and all sorts of things, cooking and, things that are important life skills to learn. We also run a school, a kind of, I suppose you can call it a homeschool cooperative, where actually people come and do their homeschooling together, but then we do stuff like cooking and baking in the week, and we do like life skills and learning together and growing and, physical education stuff together. So they get to also build their social skills. We feed hundreds and hundreds of kids each week. So they are all doing amazing things. Some of these kids might not know where their next meal is coming from. So whenever we meet with them, we are able to feed, we're able to teach, we're able to just love them. Some of them don't have parents, or some of them have, maybe one parent who's left them or what have you, and, have been through really difficult times in their life. So it gives us an opportunity to really, just love and be hands and feet to them, to just basically the hands and feet of God, that we can just show like love to them and feed and help. So yeah, that is in a nutshell what we do.
Love it, Kat. Thank you so much for that. You always do it on such a fast and amazing way. I'm amazed by it. But yes, we got some other special guests today. Oli, it's the second time. Last time you joined the Citadel. Today you're joining our NGO space. For the rest of the panel and the speakers and the audience, Oliver goes years back with me. He was one of my bosses when I just joined the Web3 space in Liberty Gaming. He was our head of communications. He's got a talent to break down things on simple words for the masses and explain them what the tech and complex stuff is on just very nice and smooth ways. Oli, I'm going to give you a mic for you to intro yourself, tell us a little bit who you are. And I will drop in a question to get us started with the topic, which today is unities. United we raise. United we stand, and together we're stronger. So the mic is yours, and then I'm going to drop the question, which is, has gaming ever connected you with someone in a way that changed your life?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for the incredibly kind intro, and hello to all of you other fantastic speakers here. The previous speaker, I think it was Kat, my words. I have no words. I'm a writer by trade. I'm a teacher. Words are my paint, and I just I'm hats off, and speechless, literally. But no, thank you for the kind words, Joyce. And actually, you did this to me last time, but I'm going to turn it right back on you. As much as Joyce and I first met when he was very early in the space, this man just embodies he's the walking version of WAGMI. I met Joyce as an Axie Infinity coach, and I was actually fortunate enough to have ended up in a position to change that, and I could just see so much power and potential in this man that had been harnessed and pigeonholed for no reason other than the fact that he was a play-to-earn gamer. And as you well know, Joyce, because you were the other part of it, it was my pleasure. It was not you. It was me. I was the lucky one there to be able to unleash you literally into what you've become today, and the speed of going from just that play-to-earn coach through to community manager, through to a head of business development across Latin America, to God knows what else, onto head of BD at Thrust. Believe me, that was my honor, not yours. But I'm very, very glad that I played a part. So, and that we're still connected. So thank you. And on a slightly cheesy note, has gaming ever connected me with someone? Yes, you, of course it has.
You got me blushing. You got me good, Oli.
Good. You honestly, you're the walking definition of WAGMI. And if you ever want to see an example of integrity, of morality, of respect for just simply everyone, Mr. Choice is a shining example of that. I had the pleasure to work with him on every role from top to bottom, and no task was too big or too small, no challenge too above him, too below him, no one worth leaving unread, everybody worth connecting with, helping, and you know, these are the kind of people, and this is the kind of vibe, this is the kind of atmosphere that means WAGMI, literally. And it's all in the title, United We Rise. I've just been on a space actually with Mr. Choice about a bit more of a negative topic, you know, about the negative side of Web3, scams, rug pulls, all of these kind of things. And as much as they're part and parcel of, you know, the fabric of the space at the moment, ideally they won't be. But something really positive came out of that space, and that was actually put into it by Choice and by another speaker in the space, Jason, from the Citadel, and what they're doing at the Citadel kind of encapsulates one simple concept, and that's what a lot of these bad players and these bad actors don't really realize when they're doing these things and causing negativity in the space. We are all one community. We are, and united, we will rise. We're going to have to face challenges, whether it's from scammers, from rug pullers, whether it's from regulations, from compliance, from governing bodies. But as I said in that space, and I will now, you know, nothing's going to stop us. We'll always make it. It's as simple as that. I mean, gaming, but just very quickly on the actual question, gaming. Yeah, I was a hardcore gamer for a large part of my childhood, most of my teenage years, the early part of my adult life, and yeah, gaming connected me with a lot of the friends that I have today. I was predominantly a console gamer, spent a few years in PC gaming, and made some great friends that began online and ultimately became real life friends. And one of them I live with right now. I met him playing Battlefield online, and he is my best friend in the world, and I would take a bullet for him. So yes, gaming has changed my life, both from our host today and from my best friend. And yeah, sorry I waffled on a bit long there, but hopefully that was good enough.
It was amazing, Ollie. Appreciate you big time. And yeah, if you can build friendships that can make you say that you will take a bullet for someone, you know it's something meaningful. And I think that that's like most of the connections we've made in this space. Like we rally together. We get along so well, and especially the cohort that has gathered with good intentions, because we've been filtering through the noise and walking away from all of the sketchy, scammy people that we know that is just here to fill pockets, which is not a bad thing. You know, we all need to bring food to the table, but you gotta think bigger. You gotta realize that the power that this industry has, it's the potential to change lives. Is wealth distribution. It's unlocking opportunities for everybody. So yeah, there's that. Alrighty. I want to hear more of the ladies. So Mrs. Fong or Mavis, we haven't heard from you yet. I'm gonna throw a question in, and it's you guys are the front line in the NGO, and only through unity we can achieve more. You know, as a single person, you can do only so much, but when you work together and when you get people taking care of different things and they're all pushing towards the same vision, then we start materializing dreams. So I want you to perhaps share us some of your stories of what was that moment where unity made dreams possible for you girls in the NGO.
Okay, I'll take this one, and then Mavis, you can take the mic after me if you'd like. Well, we know firstly that unity commands blessing. That's it's a lovely saying that I know of. I think we all live by that saying here. And we've noticed that when we really stand together as a team, we can conquer anything. Because there'll be one day where someone's feeling down, and then the rest of the team picks up the pace and handles things. Just like when Uncle Funk was down a week ago, how you came forward, Sir Choice, and took that space and just elevated him and within a few days he was back on his feet. So that's, for me, that's a prime example of unity, where we can pick up the pace when someone's feeling down, pick up their arms when someone's feeling down. But in a team, that is possible when you work together as a team, because someone's always going to be down.
I love to hear that, Amanda. It's indeed it's community power, and I think there are many aspects of life. We always need that backup, that teamwork. Even with faith, sometimes you just don't feel as strong. You just don't feel like you're up to tackling down the world or fighting the daily battles. But then when you have that someone or that team rallying behind you, you know that they got your back, and that feeling is just amazing. Mavis, to pass it to you, what's that one moment that maybe through Unity got things running at Operation Safe Place NGO? How did you manage to gather the crew that is now running the camps and rallying together? What kickstarted things, and how did you guys share the same vision and dream, and how did you actually got together to become an amazing team?
Wow, that's a broad question. First of all, hi everybody who's on the space, from the speakers to the listeners. Thank you, Sir Choice. It's a pleasure to be here and an honor to be here. So that's how you will have me talking on that question for the whole time. So I'm going to just try and just speak a little bit. So we have a beautiful massive team here on in Operation Safe Place. And the funny thing is, I was just thinking about your question, and then I realized most of us are missionaries. 3/4 of the team are missionaries. So you just have that the people who have the same heart to just change the world. And you know, I love that saying that if you want to change something, look in the mirror. So that, like, you, the first person who's going to make change in the world, and no man is an island. So we have these amazing people from all over the world who are here in South Africa just because we want to be the change that the world can see. You know, we wanted to start here. And as Mrs. Funk said, we have this saying here that unity commands blessings. So this team of people who are from different cultures came together in unity to see one vision: to eradicate poverty, to see every child safe, girls and boys, homes alike. Like, it's like everybody who is part of this team just have the same vision at heart to want to see this through. So we all have our different positions or our different things that we know we need to do. So, like, I think most people know I am part of the kitchen. I'm like the one who wants to see every plate of a plate of food in front of every child. But it doesn't start or end there. So there's administration, there is the teaching, the life skills, the keeping them safe, the sleeping over, the camps, like a lot of things that go together. That's why I said, listen, with this question, you'll have me talking for the whole time. So I think I'll end it here. I don't know if I answered the question enough, but yeah, thank you, Sir Choice.
No, you're doing great, Mavis, and we love listening to your voice. I could listen to you forever. I love all of the stories, and I love the passion and the smile that you have on your face when you are sharing with us these stories. So I appreciate you big time. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get the rest of the speakers involved, and uh, we know that Cat Warrior is a #1 fan of Mr. Console, so I'm gonna pick on him. Mr. Console, my brother, I want to ask you this one. When did you realize that Web3 and Web2 gaming was much more than just a money making machine, and that it could actually impact people in deeper ways?
Ooh. Oh man, I was ready to answer the question you tossed at Ollie because through gaming, I met my drug dealer, and that guy changed my life for the rest of my life.
I have
I'm
to
just
turn my
joking. I'm
mic off
just
and laugh
joking.
out loud.
I'm gonna have to change my
Hey
nickname to
guys,
Pablo Escobar.
let's be happy. Let's be happy. Okay. When did I realize Web3 gaming is impactful? That's a really good question. And to give a little brief, when I essentially got recruited to work as a marketing manager for a studio, which sadly has shut down now, that's for the first time that I felt empowered as Mr. Console, because the founder I worked under just, he loved me. And I really loved that guy as well. He was a Frenchman living in Dubai, and he didn't really have that philosophy of being worried 24/7. And he really just told me, whichever idea do, right? So I was basically running the show on the marketing side. Maybe that's why the studio shut down. But we really got to make so many friends across the space and the ecosystem. And the relationships we forged, I can tell you for free, I don't think I've ever come as close to a community as I did then. In fact, I fear getting that vulnerable with individuals again, because we parted ways and it just felt like betrayal. But I would state that is the day, or the period of my life looking back, where I feel I finally understood what Web3 is. I finally understood gaming, because it's not as if I knew gaming intrinsically when I walked into the space. And that experience really taught me, because every evening we were hanging out playing this shooter game that the studio created, and it was powerful, man. It was maybe the best time of my life ever. And that's when I got to realize that, yo, even if we don't have money, because essentially we were running out of money, and that's what led the studio to shut down, we have the spirit of the people, and we were an army. We used to march into spaces, we used to march into events. That was real unity. And I don't think I even want to relive those days, buddy. Thanks for making me think about that, because that was a really good, happy period of my life.
Happy to pick on your memory, Mr. Console, and thank you for sharing with us. All right, that leaves me with General Kev. General Kev is one of our amazing community members and backers of Operation Safe Place. He's always cooking content, exploring with technology, with AI. General Kev, I want to ask you this one question. What brought you towards our community, and what made you bring your force to work with this amazing team?
Hey, Sir Joyce. Well, where do we begin other than thank you very much for inviting me up to speak, and what a fantastic job you're doing hosting these spaces. More often than I turn my laptop on, I always see you rallying round, helping other people, much the same as OSP and the Citadel and everybody that's involved there. Where do I start? Other than being the best camel racer in Morocco, General Kev is only half the powerhouse of what's commonly known as General Kev and Corporal Buddykins. Now, Corporal Buddykins you might not hear much of, but you'll definitely see her online, spreading the good word of OSP and Citadel. But what I'm going to cover here, before I move on to why I'm here, I want to just refer back to Warrior Cat and Mrs. Funk and the incredible information they give about where this NGO came from, and the fantastic work that they're involved in, because this covers one common theme that is the foundation of General Kevin Corporal Buddykins, and that is that teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, working together as a community to get that end result is key to the community goal everywhere. Okay, so just going back a little while, just give you a little bit of history about myself and Colonel Corporal Buddykins. We've been together 23 years now. We've always worked together. We've been married for 10 years. We've worked together in partnership. I had a computer repair shop when we met. Sarah joined forces with me with that. And we've never parted company. We've always worked together, slaved together, earned together. Okay. We also homeschooled our children, which is, again, it reflected what Warrior Cat said about taking that responsibility and helping children thrive, not only your own, but other people's children as well. This is where our hearts glisten, because we want other people to benefit from anything we can help them with. Okay. So after homeschooling our children and them getting old enough to leave home, it left us in a bit of a dilemma, because not only did we want to travel and see the world, we also wanted to continue this gift of giving, if you like, you know, and the dilemma was, how can we do that and work while we travel? Well, working while we travel, well, you know where I am now, and you know that I can continue working. We've sussed that bit. That's great. Okay. This is where Citadel and OSP have come together, because this is like it's like mercury, when you get two blobs of mercury and they form together. Okay. Because what we can look at now is our vision back then of how do we do this. We was looking at traveling Africa, finding, you know, an encampment or a tribe that we could help. And at the back of my mind, it was like, well, that's only helping a small amount of people. Okay, if we've got the money to share, that's great. We can help them with their village, for instance. Yeah. Then we came upon OSP and the Citadel. Oh my God, how did that change our lives? It was amazing. And I've got to thank B for this as well, because B has been part of our task force, if you like, for quite some time. And going back about 6 to 8 months, I literally pushed B into the arena and said, B, go in there, have a look, see what's going on. I've had a look, it looks good, but I'm just too busy to take note. And B, from my heart, thank you so much for plugging in with OSP, with Uncle Funk, and taking it to the top like you have done. You deserve every minute of what you're getting now, and I know you're going to fly. And like I say, you've been able to furnish me with the information when I've just been too busy to be able to plug in myself. That will get easier, guys. So on to Colonel Vanguard and the AI agent that some people may know that I'm already developing. So where does that come into me, and what can it help with the OSP and the community at large? Okay, guys. Myself and Corporal Buddykins have been involved with community leadership throughout the whole of USA and Europe and South Africa, as it happens. And one common theme was that as we came into Web3, many people did not know how Web3 worked. And I'm talking about the very basics of blockchain, wallet, using wallets, etc., and cryptocurrency. And a lot of those members were literally taken by the hand and led up the garden path by their current leaders. Now, that's nobody here. We don't know anybody here that's done that. I must stress that, okay? These are old leaders that have left the Web3 scene now. Now, what they were doing, they were literally button pressers. There was no education involved. So I identified this and I said, right, okay, we need to teach people the basics of Web3 in order for them to make their own sovereign decisions on how to move forward in the Web3 space. And the only way of doing that without literally me working 24/7 on a one-to-one basis was to develop an AI agent in order to teach people at their own level, at their own speed. Now that is well under the way now. Once I've, got that to a level where people can just use it whenever they want, 24/7, I will be, approaching the group with them with that. I do put videos on my Twitter page. I put one on today. I did a second test on it. It's working fantastic, but it's not quite up to speed yet. So please do follow me on Twitter and keep up to date with that. Okay, I'm not going to rattle on for too long, but what I must stress is, guys, I thought this was just a game when I come on board. Was I wrong? Too right, I was wrong. What we've got here is a complete global, amazing community that can help each other literally come from nothing to whatever that person wants. Okay? We're not here to get people to 1 million. We're here to help people achieve whatever they want in life. That's the beauty of this. Okay? There is no silly questions. There is no person that's going to be left behind. And this is what I've seen in the past projects that we've been involved with. People feeling abandoned, people feeling as though they can't speak out, they can't reach out because they think that they're not educated enough. That does not exist in this ecosystem, guys. And I'm going to help make sure that that's the case. Okay, Sir Choice, over to you, my friend. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to address this wonderful community. Thank you.
Thanks to you, General Kev, for everything you do for us. We appreciate you big time. I can't wait to have the Colonel in the spaces as well. Talking about this space earlier with Oli, he is working with Chuckle and Doris, which is also an AI agent that is trying to push education and trying to protect community behind the meme coin. So yeah, the conversations can happen in there. But as you were giving a shout out to B, she jumped into the space and there's no funk without B now. So B, I'm gonna pass it to you because if there is an animal, an insect that knows about unity and how to pollinate and how to thrive and how to produce a spectacular, delicious honey, it's bees. So what are your takes on unity? What got you to rally with this community? I think that Onks has been doing a great job on gathering together people that share the same vision, but the microphone is yours.
Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to be here and talk to everyone. Thank you so much to Kev and to Buddy, who have been amazing friends and supported me all the way through my Web3 journey. I would not still be here if it wasn't for them. I would have given up a long time ago, so I'm very grateful. For me, I think being stronger together is so important because it means that we all have the same vision. And there is immense strength in unity, in coming together for the same cause, everyone going in the same direction. You know, they say teamwork makes the dream work. And with this and with Web3, with OSP, with Citadel, with the amazing people that we've collected in this community, you know, there's no way that we can't succeed because we're all going towards a common goal, a common vision that we're all so passionate about. So I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm going to continue listening to everyone else because I'm just so happy. Thank you.
Thank you for helping me, B. Appreciate you being on the stage. I gotta give a shout out to Onks. If he's listening, then I don't know if he's gonna get grumpy or not, but the truth is that he's been doing an amazing job at getting people around him that shares his vision, that shares that same passion towards altruism, and that it's not just thinking about themselves, but thinking about the person next to them. I think that's what made this community thrive, so I gotta give him the shout outs. Alrighty. Wabi Sabi, we didn't get to hear much from you. It's probably the first time you're hopping into an X space, but you're really good and fluent at speaking. I wanted to pick up on your brain. You came all the way from America to South Africa. And I just want to ask you, like, what was that moment in your journey where unity gave you the strength when everything felt impossible?
Yeah, thank you, Sir Choice. It is my first time ever being on an X stage. I was messaging Kat actually, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I figured out the little heart thing. That made sense now. So I've been doing that. But, you know, unity is such a powerful thing. We are taught a lot now, I believe, in our society that, you know, you have to do it yourself. I know in America, it's all about me and I and what I can bring to the table, what I have. And honestly, to make the world truly work, you have to be in unity with others. I always think about how your body works. If one arm doesn't work right, let's say you got hurt and you broke your arm, well, your other arm will actually help take over to what your left hand couldn't do, right? Your right arm will help figure out what needs to be done while you're healing. And I feel like that's the way that the world works, is that if we can actually know, okay, what am I supposed to do in this time frame? What is it that I'm called to do right now? That you find that when you work together in unity, everything comes together as a whole and you have a greater impact than anything. And I know that that's about, you asked that question earlier, and I just kind of wanted to get that out there. But regarding just coming here and being in unity, I learned a long time ago that I can only do so much myself, right? And everyone seems to have this big idea, this big thought that you want to change the world and you want to be a part of that change. And you have to realize that to actually change the world, even if it's just a small part, you need people to do that. You cannot do it alone. You'll only get so far. And so, I had the pleasure of meeting Uncle Funk and Mrs. Funk, a while back in the United States, probably 9, 10 years, well, over 10 years ago now. And, I really had a heart for what they were doing here. And I felt like it was time a couple years ago to come out and be a part of it. And seeing what everyone does here on a day-to-day basis to make this NGO work, to actually feed kids, to run these camps, it takes so much effort and time, and it takes a lot of people. I can't do it on my own. Kat can't do it on her own. Mrs. Funk can't do it on her own. Mavis can't do it on her own. But as a team and with the other team members around us, we are able to impact so many lives in our community right now. And I know that over time, in the next few years, as our team grows even bigger, our reach to impact lives and to tell kids that, like, you are loved, you are cherished, you are wanted, which is something that they don't know. They don't know that they're truly wanted, because you're dealing with a lot of kids in this area who their parents are gone. Their parents are nowhere to be found. These kids are normally living with maybe an aunt. Most of the time it's grandma that they're living with. They don't know their parents. They don't see their parents. And so we're trying to make this change in this world, in this area here, and show them that they are loved and that they are wanted and that they're cherished and that they can have hope. And through that, I can impact, maybe a handful of kids, but when we work together, we can impact hundreds and thousands of kids. And so with this NGO, with Operation Safe Place, that's our heart, is to truly show these kids how much they're wanted, how much they're loved, and that there is a future for them. And so that's what we do here. And unity's the heart of it. If you don't have unity, then you're not going to have success in what you're doing. So thank you, Sir Choice, for having me on. I really do appreciate it.
No, you're most welcome. Thank you for helping in. I hope it's not going to be the last time. We run this every Tuesday, and obviously the door is open for you. So most welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alrighty, Cody, Layer 1X. We've been gaming buddies for some time, so I wanted to pick your brain. So what do you think gaming tech does teach us about racing together versus going solo?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. You put me on the spot like Mr. Console. I'm gonna have to take a second to think about that. But I will come from it. My background is in UI UX design, and I've been designing for a lot of big companies, games, and other projects, and then taking that experience and moving it over into Web3 has been a unique journey. And so to answer your question, like I said, I'll come from a UI UX design standpoint. In every project that I build, I always use game mechanics into it. And the reason why I do that is because we all love a game type of thing, but when we can come together and basically use those gaming mechanics in a way to unite each other in a co-op or even like a collaboration of some sort, great things happen. A good experience of that would be with social, right? Being able to come together and be able to game a system to make change is very impactful in the sense that for a lot of people it becomes a game, right? A prime example of that is I love using this example when I speak on the psychology of social media at universities and stuff, is the show Community. It was on here in the US and it got canceled, but all of the community rallied around the announcement that NBC was canceling the show, and as a result of this community going out and basically gaming the system, they were able to get Yahoo at the time to pick it up for one more season. So if you are a fan of Community, you know what I'm talking about. 6 seasons and a movie. It was a huge power movement by people coming together, and a prime example of what we can do when all like-minded people can come together. So, to a long-winded answer to your question is what have I learned? I've learned that when you combine people together, anything's possible. Any change can be made. Any movement can get kickstarted. A good example of that we're seeing here in the U.S. is the Charlie Kirk movement, with all those people that are behind that. And then, like I just mentioned, but trying to be the single lone wolf out there on your soapbox, screaming at the top of your lungs in a cocktail party, you're not going to get very, very far. But once you start getting people around you, you get, and that's the nice part about it is that when you start doing that, you're automatically going to start attracting people that are like-minded people. Our whole DNA is built around connecting with people and connecting with stories. And as long as you keep telling your story and keep talking, you will lead the discussion and you will lead the change that needs to be happen. But it's those people that are only courageous enough to stand up and keep the momentum going, regardless of the backlash. I think somebody talked about how people are so harmful and hate filled on social. It's easy to hide behind a facade of a profile, but on the flip side, keep standing up, keep talking about what you're passionate about, and you will grow your community, and eventually you'll hit that hockey stick of growth and make that change.
Appreciate the take, Cody. It's amazing having you on this show. I hope that it's not going to be the last time. You're also invited and the doors are open. We run this weekly every Tuesday for Play to Change on the NGO. And on Thursdays, we got the Citadel, where this week we're going to explain you how we're going to take people out of poverty through gaming and through our gaming ecosystem. So it's going to be a great conversation. Start setting up your reminders. All right, I'm gonna comment on your take as well, and I'll tell you this: I've been a gamer all of my life. Gaming is what brought me to Web3, and I can consider myself a sweaty, try-hard gamer. But no matter how good you get, if you're playing, let's say, World of Warcraft, and you're gonna go into that dungeon or that raid, you cannot really solo that boss. You can't do it alone. You need your team. You need a guild. You need a clan. Same if you talk about other more trendy games. Let's talk League of Legends or Dota. You could be really skilled, but you cannot carry your team alone. There's crowd controls. There are other. You're fighting versus five. You need to teamwork. You need to get aligned with the people you're playing with. So I think that as much as in gaming, it's the same in life. You can do only so much solo, but teamwork is definitely what makes the dream work. Now, I would like to highlight and bring some light to perhaps Web3 projects. Like we got some speakers in here that have been around in this industry for quite long. I'll pick on Ollie because I know he's worked with different projects himself. But I'll start too. Like let's mention some projects that maybe we encounter in Web3
that empower communities in unexpected ways. And I'll give a shout out to what Liberty Gaming used to be. As I was running the community and rallying behind the scholars, we were able to, thanks to Web3 Gaming and Play to Earn, have people from Venezuela, from Cuba, from Ecuador, from the Philippines, from developing countries bringing food to the tables. And for me, that was amazing. Sustainability was not in the plate yet, but the intentions were good. Sadly, we couldn't continue with that project, but it had a good time. So I had to give the shout out, especially because I got to connect there with you, Oli. But now you've been working on this industry for longer than I have. Any project in this space that you can actually say, I can vouch for this project and I trust the people building it and they have impacted community on unexpected ways?
I appreciate the pass over the mic, Mr. Choice. I will name well two projects actually very briefly, but before I do, may I just speak on something a little bit differently for a moment?
100% on.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Sitting here listening, well, lying here actually listening to you guys, it's actually moving me emotionally. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself purely because I've pretty much just been converted in the space of about 10 minutes. You know, to me, service is the greatest gift that you can give. You know, it's the one simple belief that I've had through my whole life. It's shaped who I am, how I live, why I do what I do. And it's the conviction that as effectively human beings, we are responsible for one another, which is exactly why this is resonating with me so much. You know, not just in times of crisis and not only when it's convenient, but ideally always. Of course, there's times that we can't, but if we can, we should. And we might feel powerless to do so, but the act of service, it has no boundaries. Whether through education, which has been a big one for me, I used to be a teacher, emotional support, simply lifting someone up on a bad day that someone mentioned earlier, and all of this, you know, the underprivileged communities, the poverty that you're trying to focus on. I mean, my God, I have no words. But all of those, from the tiniest to the greatest act of service, you know, we each carry that power to help, as Joyce said, our fellow man with whatever resources we have. And Choice touched on it earlier with my writing. You know, for me, the greatest tool I've been given is my ability to teach. I used to be a teacher. I kind of still am. I'm a writer as well, and I've been fortunate enough through discovering those talents and those skills that it's given me my deepest joy, which is quite literally serving others by simply opening doors of understanding effectively. You know, knowledge is more than information. It's freedom. It's opportunity. And if you can provide someone with the skills and the knowledge to build their own freedom, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give them. And listening to you guys and your passion, it's so inspiring. It kind of made me realize a little bit how swept up I've got in a rushed, busy lifestyle that we do forget our values and what drives us sometimes. We are only human. But you know, ultimately, every time I help someone grasp a concept or gain a skill or discover new possibilities for life, as Choice and I did with many people back at Liberty Gaming, you know, it's just such a nice reminder that the true reward, well, for me, it's not even theirs. It's actually mine. It's my pleasure. It's my privilege. As I said, it was my pleasure to unleash Mr. Choice on the Web3 world a few years ago, and to be able to watch another person step closer to, you know, a better life because you've given them the tools to get there. You know, that is the essence of service, and that's the essence of humanity for me. And today here on this panel, you know, I'm doubly inspired. You know, like what we're witnessing through gaming. You know, I feel like I'm at a poverty charity rally right now, not in a gaming space. it's insane. And you know, to see this project doing this, it's proof that service has no boundaries through industry, geography, or even expectation. You know, to see revenue channeled to orphans, impoverished communities, just the less privileged, those who just so often go unseen. It's extraordinary. I'd like to say I'm speechless, but I'm still talking now, and I meant to finish a long time ago. But just listening to all of your passion, you know, the drive, and what is quite clearly an unstoppable force behind the vision and the core beliefs here. It's so surreal, and it's just refreshing. I mean, I wouldn't I would now, but way back when, I would never have imagined, you know, in the heart of Web3, a movement of such humanity could emerge like this. But knowing Choice the way that I do, it's not surprising at all that he has surrounded himself by people just like him, and he's got more morality and integrity and just passion for life than the many of the people I've ever met. And he's inspiring in himself, you know, and all these things, all of you guys, you just remind us all that purpose can be born anywhere, even in the least expected of places. And I will shut up in a second. My apologies, but I just want to touch on one more thing. And you know, no matter how strong the vision of one person or one project may be, there is a greater power than that, and that's exactly what a few of you ladies have talked about: the power of unity. When we work together, whether it's a drop in the river or, you know, a full bucket of water, it still adds to the current, and the stronger the current gets, the more unstoppable it becomes. It's as simple as that. You know, this game, you know, it can really spark change. But and one game can spark change, but a community, this is much more than a community. It's borderline a cult, but in the positive way, of players, creators, believers that can sustain it forever. You know, one act of kindness, generosity, whatever it might be, can change a moment. But you know, a united movement like this can change the world. That's where our greatest progresses as a human race have come from, not standing alone, but shoulder to shoulder, committed to lifting one another up and everybody else we can along with us. And yeah, I'm sold. So I apologize for diverting away from your question, Mr. Choice, but yeah, you guys are so inspiring. To serve, you know, it's not a burden, it is a privilege to be in a position to serve, and to not, I'm not going to say it's a crime, but we're all one at the end of the day. We all came in this world the same way, and we're all going to leave it the same way. Let's all help each other get better while we're here. It's as simple as that. So yeah, just a little, what was supposed to be a short few words, but turned into a TED talk from me.
I love it, Ollie. You're bringing me so many memories back, man, and it's been such a long journey. But I will tell you one thing to make you blush as well. Blush. So I often have this tradition of trying to connect with as much people as I can. Even when jumping on a new project or a new community, I try to get into as many as one-on-one calls as possible, because I do want to know where everybody's coming from and what they've been through and what they are about. And I often talk a lot. I'm a very chatty guy. So I do share my story and my journey on Web3, and I gotta give you the shout out. I often say that I started as a playthrough and coach because of Axie Infinity, and there were two particular guys that backed me up, and I call it this way, that gave me the wings to fly and grow. And it was Thomas Katic and you, Oliver Niels. So yeah, people's known about you before you even came into our community. But yeah, this is what we call the cult of awesomeness, and you've been officially converted. So yeah, get involved, check us off, and check what we're doing, because the financial, the economic model, everything that we're setting together is is designed to change lives, and not just the ones of the little ones in South Africa. But we want to make this reach different places across the globe. And here's where I'm gonna throw a question at Mrs. Funk, because she's gonna have her spotlight in the show, and is, you are the wife of the powerhouse behind the beating heart of this cult of awesomeness. And I want to ask you, this one is a question that you gotta polish yourself up to answering in the best possible way. And it's, how can a gaming digital community support real world causes and make tangible impact? Amanda?
I'm so sorry. I, my screen wouldn't come back on. Can you just repeat the last part of the question, please?
Yes, 100%. How can gaming and digital communities support real world causes and make tangible impact?
I think that everybody out there has something, some cause on their heart that they would like to give towards, and I believe that everybody should find that cause that they feel an affinity with, and start giving towards it. We often wait until we think we've got more than enough before we want to start giving, but we can start giving at any point whenever we decide to start giving. So I just believe that all games, all people, every person out there, whether it's a gamer or the gaming industry or just a Bitcoin billionaire, should have causes that they're giving towards because something is on their heart. So my shout out, my call to action is find what's on your heart and start giving.
That's a simple and very straightforward. Thank you so much, Amanda, for that. I really hate how the time flies every time that we're having amazing conversations. But look, it's been 1 hour and it feels like it was just the wink of an eye. I could listen to you guys forever, but I know that if anybody has other spaces to attend to or compromises, feel free to drop off. But yeah, just to keep diving deeper into this conversation, we usually call it in the space cooperation over competition. And I'm gonna get back at Cody since he came representing Layer 1X. Like, how is your project, your company, taking into the motto or the phrase of cooperation over competition?
Yeah, that's a good one. When we're speaking with other layer ones or other projects, our whole mission is to inform them that we're not here to compete. We're actually here to unite, as I mentioned at the very beginning when I did my intro. And the thing that we see is kind of that utopia vision of that a lot of Web3 enthusiasts all share. They don't really care the chain that they're on. They just want to know that when they utilize a project or if they want to participate in a charity or whatever it might be, that they can get from point A to point B. And it's as cheap, it's as fast, and it's as less, secure as possible, right? And so for us, when we do that, we have been able to collaborate with a lot of L1s, L2s, and a variety of different projects, including gaming, to bring that fruition to life, right? And so for us, we feel that we're not the one-all, be-all chain that's going to save it all. We don't believe that any project's going to be that. It's only when we come together, consolidate, and work together and share innovations and technology. That's what's going to take us to the next level and really take some of these underprivileged third world countries that don't have basic amenities that a lot of us have and take for granted a lot of times. And we can now start providing that to them in a very, very simplistic and very organized way of doing that. providing an equal playing field for everybody to join. And so as we do that, it's been an uphill battle. As I mentioned before, we've been on our own soapbox for 3 years now, trying to convince people that we're not here to compete against them. We're actually here to work with them and make the user experience seamless, easy, and as simple as possible, so that we can focus on other things rather than recreating the same thing that somebody's doing over here, but maybe just slightly different. And I think that that's one thing that we need to really try to re-educate as builders in the space, is that we need to set our egos aside and really look at what we're trying to achieve and what the desired outcome needs to, what we want, and that we both have a shared common goal, and we need to work together on that. Because at the end of the day, there is not going to be enough users. There's not going to be enough liquidity to go around to every single project to make it successful. There will be a forced consolidation in the market, and the sooner we can recognize that, see it, and act upon that, the faster we can mature and the faster we can get on to helping people around the world get basic amenities.
I appreciate the take, Cody. It's been great having you here. Alrighty, I think that it's time to start wrapping us up. I'm gonna just pass the mic around in the order that I see you guys for some final thoughts, call to actions, so we can, rally more people to join what we're doing here. I think that I said it in a post, I think about a week ago, and it's not easy for me to say such thing. That in this Web3 world where we are full of ruggery rugs and shady people with the wrong intentions and greedy people and scammers, it's hard to feel that level of commitment and passion and belief and faith for me to say that I'm proud to be part of a project that I know that has good intentions, that I know that is building nonstop with passion to change lives worldwide and to vote for it. And I was trying to pick up on some of you guys earlier into how many projects in this space can you actually vote for, because it's so difficult. Like sometimes I get offers by gaming projects that want to bring me over for X or Y role or spaces, and I'm just like, I think to myself, am I really going to be willing to put my face and represent a project that I know for sure doesn't come with the right set of intentions? No, no way. And it's sad to see how many people in our space is just willing to sell their soul just for a quick buck. And I say no. Even if the offer is juicy, I'll still say no, because it is different when you're building something that it's only going to benefit you or impact you, versus when you're building something that is going to change lives and impact the world. But yeah, it's been an amazing panel. I always love having these conversations on a weekly basis with you girls and with the rest of the amazing gentlemen that joined us today. So, Mr. Consul, you're my honorary co-host and co-bro, and there's much love and support from me towards you. Some final thoughts on cooperation over competition, unity, and what we can do in the space, and maybe some call to actions.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Just like you, Ollie, I've also been very reflective on everything I've had. And on the question you had asked me earlier, I don't think I answered it correctly because I didn't understand it correctly, right? I answered what was my most impactful moment in Web3, which I shared. Happily working for Mr. Vince is possibly that point in my career that I can term the inflection point. But when it comes to the power of blockchain and how it's being utilized by this project, by these projects, those that I've seen and those that I've worked for, to be honest, blockchain is nothing but a feature for some of these projects, right? These projects that I've worked for are very revenue driven. They don't tap into the power of the blockchain as a means of wealth distribution, as a means of ensuring fairness, as much as you guys do here. Truly, I've been reflecting on that question and I was biting myself, thinking, God, I completely missed the mark. If there's any project that's truly, in my opinion, and this is without bias, my hands are in the air or on my heart or on, okay, I don't have a Bible here, but I'm just being honest. I think this project is the project that is utilizing blockchain for impact. My days back then, building and forging this army of a community, that didn't even need the blockchain. That was all done through spreading our message on X, pulling those who believe in our vision to a private Discord server and rallying from that point. There is no part where blockchain is involved. That's another aspect of Web3 that is very ironic. Majority of the technologies we use, even being on X, is not Web3 or blockchain native. So just to re-answer that question, brother, because I would not sleep at peace and feeling like I missed the mark. I even texted you on Telegram. I was like, gosh, I was thinking too much about my drug dealer friend that I met through gaming that I did not understand that question correctly. But long story short, I vouch for you guys fully. You guys are doing amazing. Keep using this technology to empower the people. To everybody listening, we have to stand behind this mission because this will be that case study that will open the eyes of many more founders. Today I felt, and I'm sorry, man, I'm rambling. It's unavoidable in these spaces. Final point. Today I felt like just issuing out a tweet, and that tweet was to say, money is not our God. In Web3, it's so focused on what's the pump, where's the gain, how can we A, B, C, D to attain alpha. Jeez. Today I just felt like I had enough. And I wanted to issue out that tweet, but I thought twice and I was like, I'm probably not even gonna change anybody's life. But essentially, that's what you guys practice and preach here, right? And that's my final point. Let's tap into blockchain to drive meaningful impact into the lives of boys, girls, even animals, just anything out there that we can touch positively. And you guys do it for the South African community for now. I envision that this grows and becomes global and everybody is somewhat to our capacity feeling the positivity that you share here, such choice. So I had to answer that one because I answered it incorrectly. But more so on my part, thank you for letting me rumble. And thank you to everybody else for rumbling. The rumbling is enabled by these beautiful questions that Such Choice asks. Thanks, my friend.
Oh, thanks to you, brother. It's an honor having you. And believe me, having you vouch for us means a lot because I know how hard and difficult it is for somebody with your presence in the space to vouch for a project. So uh, just deep love for you, my brother. Appreciate you big, big time. Alrighty, I'm gonna go next with General Kev. The microphone is yours for any closing thoughts, remarks, and call to actions.
Yeah, absolutely, Sir Choice. Closing remarks. Other than being completely speechless, which is a big one for me, what I've heard in this call tonight is nothing but amazing. What an awesome bunch we all are. Come on, guys, raise them purple hearts, get those claps going. Let's take this to the top. My call to change. You ask, what is my call to change? Be willing to change. Why did I say that? I'll tell you why I said that, guys. When I first started doing these spaces with Sir Choice, I said, I'm no gamer. I don't know what to talk about. I'll tell you why I said that. Because I used to use gaming for escapism back in the day when I was younger. when life was tough, when I used to look through the eyes at reality of life, how bad it was, how, you really wanted to make change, but you had no direction as to where to start. Yeah, I use gaming as escapism. How do you think I feel now that we're involved in this, guys? What OSP and Citadel and each and every one of you guys are doing has completely changed my outlook of gaming alone. So, guys, that's my call to action. Be willing to change. Be willing to change the way you felt about everything in life. Because if I still believed gaming was only for escapism, I wouldn't be here today. Each one of you guys have inspired me enough to look at this through different eyes. And now I can see where this is going to go. Believe me, guys, this is more than gaming. And not only you changing lives of people and communities around the world, you're actually changing the meaning of online gaming. Well done, everyone. Over to you, Sir Choice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks to you, General Kev. Those are beautiful words. I love it. I think that most people, like you on your younger days, has been using gaming as a way to escape reality. Even myself, like sometimes there's just so much
Absolutely. Yeah.
bad stuff going on that you feel like you need that place where you can just unplug yourself and forget reality. Now we're bringing realities where you can impact and create change. So I'm super bullish and super excited. I'm grateful for what we're
100%.
building
Yeah.
in here. Thank you for being here, General Kev. Okay, you are the one who brought the B around, and B is an amazing community member. She's always greeting everybody, catching up with everybody, always buzzing around. So B, the microphone is all yours.
Thank you so much. I mean, that's the nature of bees. We buzz around, we pollinate everything, we try and get all the goodness we can from flowers and spread the honey. Yeah, I just wanted to say I am so grateful to be part of this amazing community because not only are we changing lives every day, but we're improving things all the time. Us coming together, problem solving, trying to take things into the future, trying to fulfill this vision that we have is working. So let's just keep going, keep working together, and it will be so successful. I'm just loving it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here, B. By the way, I gotta give a shout out to our funk token on the arena that is already hitting all-time highs. And if you look at that chart for meme coin, it's one where people has not lose a penny. Like everybody who got funk early is sitting on profits and is gonna get higher. So kudos to our community for the accomplishment there. Maybe you are the chef. I can't wait to one day be there with my family and test some of the South African meals that you would prepare. But the microphone is yours. Some closing remarks, some final thoughts, and call to actions to our amazing community.
Oh, thank you so much, Sir Choice. It's always lovely to be in this space, Mr. Console. It's always a pleasure to hear your voice. It's amazing to hear you speak. And I'm like, continue speaking, Mr. Choice, Mr. Console, sorry. But anyway, um, Say Choice, before I end off, we do international meals. So don't worry, we can make anything and everything you would like us to make, not only South African. And so my call to action today will be the change you want to see in the world and start today. The time to start is now, not tomorrow, not 2 years from now. The time to start is now. So thank you all so much for listening, from the listeners to the speakers. Thank you. It's such an honor to be part of the space. It's like my second family here. So thank you. Have good day further.
Thanks to you, Mavis. Appreciate you big time. Thank you for your commitment and your support every Tuesday. It's great having you here, sharing all of the stories from the camps and the NGO. I appreciate you big time too. And just to hype up our upcoming space, past Sunday we had an alpha meeting with our community, and we were just breaking down the way on how somebody just with a phone and some Elon internet
will be able to climb through the ladders of poverty until they reach middle class and eventually some good position financially, which is it's what we're aiming to do on a world level, right? So be there. I'm gonna make sure to bring Blush and have him talk about how we are going to be able to walk a person that has not even education but just a fun and a game, being able to walk away with life-changing revenue. So be ready for that one. Warrior Cat, I think that we only got the intro and an explanation of what the NGO is, but I love the way you do it, so I appreciate you for it. The microphone is yours for some closing remarks and call to actions.
Thank you, Sir Choice. I just enjoyed so much, just enjoyed tonight so much and enjoyed listening to all of you. And, I just love you and I can't wait to come to London and we're going to have a cup of tea. And Mr. Console, we'll have to make a trip to Kenya. It would be amazing. And it's been so wonderful to hear, from different voices. Ollie, Cody, like it's just wonderful to hear and meet you guys, even not in person, but over online. So it's been wonderful, and it's such an honor to be part of such a beautiful community that is so loving. And Senior Choice, thank you so much for all you've done putting this together. And you are such a wonderful, wonderful human. You're a legend. And it's just been great. And, really appreciate everything and every one of you, just taking the time to be part of this community and listening and giving. And, Sir Choice was mentioning just like the stuff that's going on with this game and with the Funk tokens and with everything guys, get your Funk tokens in. Trust me, it's going to be really worth your while. It's doubled in like the last year. So if you, in the last week, it's doubled. So if you haven't got any yet, then do purchase some. In any case, what I wanted to close with is this. Call to action is join this army, join this community. We, come together in unity where we set aside our differences and we join in our strengths and we march together with one heart and one purpose. This is where we change from individuals into a community and make an impact far beyond what any one of us could achieve alone. It's so important. Unity is huge. Just today, somebody phoned me and said, we have a crisis. Somebody's home is burnt down. There's a mother and two teenage daughters, and they have nothing. Everything's gone. And they said, what do? We have nothing for them. And so I just messaged a couple of people and just said, help. And one was like, Mavis was like, I'm going to provide some clothes for the girls. And, even people in their own places in poverty who don't have much, were looking through their kitchen, seeing what they can give. Somebody could give blankets, somebody could give towels, somebody could give a bit of cutlery and crockery. And, one of our other partners was able to give food. And before we know it, I know by tomorrow, we're going to be able to give them like a whole new set of, like a whole new start to life. And I believe a lot of it will be even better quality stuff than they had before. And that is just one tiny example. 3 people, we work with thousands. That's 3 people that their lives will be changed significantly, and just from people coming in to unity together. And it didn't take one person losing everything or sacrificing everything to make it work. It took 5 to 10 people coming together with a small difference, making a small contribution that makes a huge contribution to those people. So this is what unity can do. This is what we can make a difference with. This is how many lives we can change by working together and coming together. So that is my call to action. Join this army. You will not regret it. And come into unity and let us increase, in hope and courage, and make this impact, as I said before, far beyond what any one of us could achieve alone.
Appreciate you big time, Kat. Such beautiful words. Thank you so much for the call to action and for the shout outs to everyone in here. I think that's the way. Yeah, just learn more about what we're doing. If we pick your interest during this space,
take advantage of it. Jump into the community, chat with us. Our DMs are open. There's always going to be someone ready to welcome you, to approach you, to chat with you, and tell you about what we're doing here. So yeah, let's go for it. Wabi Sabi. I'm struggling with your nickname, but I think I pronounced it right. If not, please correct me. But yeah, it's been an amazing time with you. Appreciate you jumping into the stage. I want to pass you the mic for some closing thoughts and call to actions as well.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Choice. And you can call me Christy. That nickname I have on there, it was a funny joke with me and some people, so I just added it as there. But my name is Christy, and I don't think I said that earlier. But just closing thoughts, I think someone else already said this, but be the change you want to see. And I know Ollie, you said something. You said, it's a privilege to serve, and that's something that I truly believe in. And I put it in this way. I say it's an honor to serve, and I think if everyone would position their heart in that way, to not look at serving as something that is a duty or something you have to do, or it's like, oh, I have to do this again. But if you can position your heart to say it's an honor to serve those around me, your life will drastically change in everything that you do. And so I feel like with this community, I'm kind of probably preaching to the choir here. If any of you guys are just going, I feel that nudge to serve, and it feels like it might be too much. Just position your heart to go, it's an honor to serve. It's an honor to serve those around me. And watch how your life just flourishes and things around you start to bloom in a way that you've never expected. So thank you so much for having me on here, and I will definitely be back next week, Sir Choice. So thank you just so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate you back. Thank you so much, Christy, for tuning in and joining us. And yeah, happy to have you on the upcoming weeks as well. I gotta say that yes, it's united who we can achieve more things, and I think that this space we needed to have it to showcase the power of unity and how far along the way it takes us. I mean, when you rally with people, the outcome is always the best, and when you serve others, it's truly when you start unlocking opportunities and opening doors. Like one of the things that I can say that I attribute the the growth within this industry, at least for myself, and what I try to communicate to others that are just starting their journey is support others, serve others. Look at the beautiful friendships we've established with Mr. Consul, with Cody, with Marcelo, with Cinti, with so many people that's coming from different backgrounds and places across the globe. But just because we support each other and we connect on meaningful ways and deeper ways, we're like ready to rally behind each other, and we know that we got each other's back, and that's just so beautiful. You don't really experience that on simple ways in normal life. Like I will shout out again to DeFi Razor and Flocky Viking, my two crypto bros. Like these guys sent me more than $2,000 worth of a gaming computer from the US to Colombia without even meeting me IRL ever before. That's something that not even my closest childhood friends would do for me. So that's the power of this industry, and how deep you can get to connect with people in ways that it's just uh, heartwarming. So yes, rally with communities that are like-minded. Rally with communities that are bursting with as much passion and love as ours, and don't miss out. Don't miss out because you're gonna regret it. Now, Cody, it was an honor having you. You have an amazing voice. No wonder why everybody wants to have you hosting spaces. But yeah, you already got the shout outs, Mr. Consul. You got some competition now. But it's been a pleasure having you here. Cody, the microphone is yours.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I met Uncle Funk a few months ago. I'd say about 6 months ago, and I actually got to jump into the community from my personal handle over on CryptoNaut22, and it was very welcoming to have me in the community, and it was awesome to talk to Uncle Funk. He showed me some behind the scenes stuff of the game and everything that you guys are doing over there. Kudos to you guys. Hats off to you guys. Definitely any way that Layer 1X can help support the cause, definitely feel free to reach out. We would definitely love to get involved any which way we can. But yeah, definitely keep the faith, keep moving it forward. But yeah, thanks for having me. And as always, Sir Choice, Mr. Consul, love talking with you guys.
Appreciate you big time, man. Thank you for being here. All right. I see Mrs. Funk next and then Ollie, but I'll pass it to Ollie to have Mrs. Funk wrap us up. So Ollie, mic is yours to wrap us up. Some final thoughts.
Oh wow, yeah, you caught me on the spot. Final thoughts. I have millions. Do I have permission to give my own project a little plug, if I may?
100%.
Just purely because. Okay, thank you. So I will start off by saying I hate marketing agencies. I have for a long time, because for a long time they have been one of the biggest rip-offs in the Web3 space. On the subject of change, one has changed me, and it's the one that I now work for. And I'll explain why. So we're called Growthy, and we believe in growth in a different way. It has to be meaningful, it has to be sustainable, and it has to be real. Our approach is completely bespoke from client to client. There's no forces of cookie cutter models, vanity metric chasing that look good but mean nothing. We build with teams, in teams, packages tailored to the unique DNA of every single project. We align actions with goals. We align, wants and needs with our own roadmap. From that very first call to full delivery and completion of strategy. The only way we could be more transparent is if there were webcams in the office showing everyone what we're doing. Other than that, it's all out in the open from start to finish. What you want, what you need, nothing more, and definitely nothing less. Well, yes, there's more because we always go above and beyond. But it was so refreshing to come across them. I came across them completely by accident. They needed a part-time, actually a 2-week Spaces host, and I used to host Spaces for an old project. So I filled in and ultimately took on the role full time and now do more. I'm hoping it's going to initiate change in the marketing agency space. We build from a founder-led kind of marketing model with the focus on reputation, credibility, and intelligent positioning with as much care as these teams do themselves. In this space, for me, and I've known this for a while now, but it's how these guys operate. The strongest growth, it doesn't come from artificial incentivization. It comes from building genuine exposure, real trust, and solid foundations. And ultimately following through. It takes a long time to build trust, and all it takes is one mistake, and it's gone. So continuity is needed. And Growthy's been born from this horrible marketing agency space that's been there for years. One of the guys used to work for multiple agencies in Web3. Another one has come from some really big names. He used to work for Ubisoft. I believe he was at Binance for a while. An incredibly experienced bunch of guys that just got sick to death of the marketing agency space in Web3. So I decided to change it. And on that note, the thing I'm going to change is I'm going to try and get our team involved with what you guys are doing, because like I said, I'd like it at that point to just shout out to Kat in a thank you, because it was your passionate first speech that I heard that just ignited so much inside of me. What you're building is absolutely brilliant. Wabi Sabi as well. Actually, I love your Twitter name. It's one of my favorite books. Wabi Sabi, you probably know. I don't need to tell you, but it's a Japanese philosophical concept around finding the beauty in imperfections, appreciating the fact that the world is imperfect, the world around us, and there's something that can be extrapolated from that in exactly the foundation behind the charity focus of this model. These people, these children, these families, whoever might be, they're living in very, very, very imperfect lives. It's beautiful that you, or should I say we, because like I say, I'm converted, have the power to change that. When I said, I forget what I said now actually, but Wabi Sabi, you effectively coupled the fact that service is a privilege with gratitude, which was so beautiful. You don't have to serve, you get to serve. It's a pleasure to serve, and we should always remember that, because someday we're going to need service. We all do. It's as simple as that. And just to close again, I've waffled on for far too long. this is about change, and not change for its own sake, but for the greater good. Change that uplifts, heals, builds, whatever it might be. And when we make that choice to serve, when we do and unite, when we choose to put purpose behind our actions, ripples begin to form, and those ripples grow into waves, and those waves become this movement that can reshape not just lives but the future, and that ultimately is the change that we should all be called to. And just a little gaming pun at the end, that is the most powerful game we can ever play. And on that note, it has been my pleasure to be here with all of you guys. Thank you for the invite, Mr. Choice, and just hats off, pats on the back, applause to everyone and what you're doing, your attitude, your passion, and just the sheer selflessness of this entire community. It's mind blowing. So, once again, a little longer than planned, but thank you.
Most welcome, Ollie. Always happy to have you here. We've been through goods and bads and ups and downs, and the friendship stays there. So I appreciate you big time. And the microphone is yours anytime you want, man. I mean, I owe you so much. Like, if it was not because of you unlocking opportunities for me when I was just that little guy just showing up on a Web3 community, I wouldn't be where I am now. So much gratitude, my man. Appreciate you. And yeah, you're always welcome Tuesday, Thursdays, and whenever you're hosting something. If my calendar has a slot, you can count me in. It was a pleasure joining you earlier too. Alrighty, we are now like 1 hour and 40 minutes in, but Mrs. Funk, Tuesdays are for you to shine some light. I think that we had some amazing conversation today, but I will rally before you rally. And I will say, being kind is free, being good is free, and for you to get involved, you don't need to have pockets full of gold or ivory. You can just come and drop your support and uh, support with the socials, wishlist the game, amplify the message. It doesn't take you any penny to do so, to get involved with such an amazing community. If you can bring much more, well, even better, because that helps us build the future. But yes, Mrs. Funk, the microphone is yours to close us up before I will bring Joshua to play some beats for the closing. But yeah, wrap us up. Your final thoughts, your call to actions. I think you gave us some earlier, but I'll pick on you again.
Senior Choice, how do I top what you just said? You just dropped it like it's hot. Your nuggets are out of this world. Thank you for being so amazing. I want to close off with saying what a spokesperson you are, Ollie. It was so nice to hear from you. And a reminder to all that unity commands blessing. So let's unite and rise together. Have a good one, everyone. See you next week.
Thank you so much, Amanda. You have a wonderful rest of your week as well. Alrighty, Makes Only Beats, stage is yours to wrap us up with some beats, community powered. And thank you everybody who tuned in the panel, in the audience. You all rock, much love, keep rocking, and yeah, keep becoming the better version of yourselves. Cheers.
Bye all.
Thank you, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. WAGMI.
Bye.
Yeah. Feel it high. Always be rising. Reach the sky. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The funk, feel it high. Always be rising. Reach the sky. Praise the Lord. No fear, no shame. Need to tell strong. Remember the name. Community, the beat, we gather in the sound. Every block we build another stone this town. From the chain to the street, unity's the plan. Builders on the ground, yeah, we all stand. While it's light, we shine so bright. We stacking funk through every night. From the roots of Fortress Road, OSC, the world now knows. Let's get it down, gather the crowd. We look together, we ride to the top. No lone wolf, we roll as a pack. Every step forward, no turning back. Funk in our blood, OSP in our soul. To see the Delta virus taking control. Raise your hands, feel the chain ignite. Every block is stronger when we unify. The beat don't quit, the code won't fail. Community's the hammer, funk's the nail. The bomb